It's been a while since I've been here online, so doing a live. So I just want to get on because I did a post earlier today, and it really was talking about the fact that not everyone is going to agree with what you have to say. They're not going to agree with what you feel and what you think. And it's important to understand that not everyone is going to be in agreement with you, and that's okay. Standing up for yourself, standing up for your beliefs, standing up for what you feel is really important is what matters most. And if there are those people that don't agree with you, so be it. That is their issue. It's important to understand that it's not your issue when people don't agree with you. It's not your issue when people think that you are wrong. That is their issue, not yours. It is important that we stand our ground, that we are firm in our belief, we are firm in our conviction, and we move ourselves in that direction. It doesn't mean that you can't get advice from people. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to what other people have to say. You can listen to all that, but if it doesn't align with what you believe and what you think, then it's time to move on. Just let it go. It's not worth the conflict. It's not worth the argument. It's not worth the discussion. And I'm not talking about the political side of things because that's a whole other discussion, but just basic philosophy, what you believe, what are your intentions, what is it that you want to do with your life? If you are not sure what you want to do with your life, then absolutely getting input from other people is critical. The hard part of that is when you get multiple people giving you multiple opinions, and now you have to try to weed through which one it is that you want to follow. If you are, in fact, going to reach out to people for guidance, for direction, make sure you limit the amount of people that you're reaching out to because it can be very overwhelming and very confusing and can end up putting you in a bad place. So going back to the post from earlier today, what I believe, what I talk about here online, what I post about, those are my feelings. That's what I believe in. It's what I talk about. Everything I talk about, and I typically will start my post by saying I'm being very transparent. So what you're hearing is directly from me. There's nothing scripted. There's nothing made up. It's just my life after 64 years and what I can share with you. Do you not agree with what I have to say? That's completely fine. I completely and totally respect it. Don't be disrespectful on how you talk to me about that because that causes and raises other issues. But I'm just here to simply say to you that people not agreeing with you is not a bad thing. It is everyone's right to their opinion. When I do my posts, I look at the comments, I look at the likes versus the dislikes. Proportionally, it's about 85% people agree and like what I'm posting, and then you have that segment of people that don't agree with you, that don't like what you're posting. Sometimes they'll comment on it, sometimes they won't. I did a very simple post on Saturday about how much I enjoy cutting the grass, and I got 4 or 5 comments from people saying how much they hate cutting the grass. It's a personal thing, right? It's a personal preference of what you enjoy. I'm never here to tell you what to do and how to do it. I'm simply sharing my experiences in the hopes that you will learn from that you will be able to relate to what I'm talking about, and you'll help to move yourself forward. Never do I want anyone to feel like I'm dictating to them what they need to do to change their life. My opinions and my guidance is simply a reference point for you to move yourself forward. If you have questions on how to move yourself forward because you're a little bit stuck, absolutely DM me, reach out, love to talk to you. These past couple of weeks, I confess several people have been coming to me asking for that kind of guidance, and I absolutely love doing it. So if you're struggling, if you're looking for clarity, reach out. I'm happy to talk. The thing I stress is I'm not a therapist, I'm not a counselor. I'm just a guy that's lived life for 64 years and has a lot of experience in a lot of difficult situations and how I got myself out of those difficult situations and how I put things like procrastination behind me so that I could move myself forward, and how I started taking responsibility for my actions so I can move myself forward. And that's really what my goal is in sharing with you. So again, if you are in a conversation with someone and they don't agree with you, the best thing to do is just understand their perspective and let them know that you appreciate their perspective, but it's not going to change what your mission is and what your direction is. It's Monday. Have an incredible week. This is a really important day of the week because it really sets the groundwork for the next 5 days ahead of us. Put everything into Monday. Just really lay out what your Monday is going to look like. What is your week going to look like? What is it that you want to accomplish this week? Today is to get the foundation in place to do it. And then you've got the next 4 days to really work on it. And if it takes you into the weekend, so be it. It takes you into the weekend. But don't minimize how important Mondays are. They really are the driving day for you to really get yourself in tune with what it is you want to accomplish, what your goals are, start strategizing and start putting things into place. And again, when it comes down to those conversations with people, have those open and honest conversations, but make sure that you are staying true to yourself. I wish you all a really, really great night, and I will talk to you later. Thanks so much for being here.